And look at this shit here. Like that ass fat as fuck. Like what? Do y'all see this?
This is the story of Lyric Backus, also known as Shun, aged 27, a successful business entrepreneur, and her 7-year-old son who were mysteriously found dead in the garage of her home hours after she finished celebrating her birthday.
Dallas County detectives are investigating the death of a mother and her little boy. Seagoville police found Lyric Backus and her 7-year-old son Deuce dead in the garage last week.
The social media influencer who had a clothing boutique which she also modeled for died in the early hours of the day in a very mysterious manner. It was her family members that eventually discovered her and her son dead, sitting in the garage of her home on a day that was supposed to be a joyous day for her. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. This story will be taking us to Mesquite, Texas. Mesquite is a vibrant, diverse community that offers fun for the whole family. Mesquite is a city located within the Dallas and Fort Worth area of Texas, having a crime rate of 4,115 per 100,000 residents. Mesquite experiences a crime rate that is 77.07% higher when compared to the national average.
I had to let you go, not because I wanted to, but because you was treating me like I was average, and then I started to believe that I was average, so I started treating me like I was average, and then I realized I lost self-worth along this process, and anybody that really loved me, they're going to be added to my self-worth, not taking it away. So for that reason...
Lyric Backus, age 27, grew up in Pleasant Grove, Texas but lived in Mesquite, Texas. She was a very strong, independent young lady. She was hard-working and determined. Lyric, also known as Shun, was a social media influencer with lots of followers.
It's really stretchy as well. It's loose on the butt. It's really, really cute. I love it. Yes. Sexy. And then the split is really pretty too.
She was a successful entrepreneur who had a boutique where she sold cloths to her fans and other clients. She also went one step further to do hair, giving her the chance to make more money for herself and her young son.
So this is somebody fine-ass mama that don't look like somebody fine-ass mama.
Lyric had a 7-year-old son who was the center of her life. She loved him so dearly, like any mother should love their child. They were said to be very close. Her son Deuce was a first grader at Seagoville North Elementary. He was said to be a very easygoing and sweet boy. Lyric was an animal lover. She had a dog which she posted online sometimes.
Dog, and it's the largest of the 3 Schnauzers types, including the standard and the mini.
Lyric was also a TikToker who shared a lot about her personal life on social media. She posted about how she cleaned her house, how she decorated her house, and many more. Her best friends described her as someone who was ready to go to the end of the world for anyone who was loyal and kind to her. She did not keep much friends, but the ones she had said very good things about her.
Me and my friends tried this trend. Who got the most hoes?
I be fucking hoes, but it ain't no.
Who can you count on to the most to be there when you need them?
No, I'm a cute with a stack like $1,000 gold.
Who the freakiest?
Put you in 7 position for 70 minutes, you get it, babe.
Who is the most straight up?
Bitch, I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do.
Who is the parent?
Bitch, mama told me never lose, 'cause baby, you a winner.
Who the meanest?
I don't like niggas, I don't like bitches, I don't like nobody.
Who the dumbest?
A nuisance, I go stupid, I go dumb like the Three Stooges, I don't eat.
Who the nicest?
I'm always trying to work it out.
Who would most likely go to jail?
'Cause he lived a life of crime and sat behind some bars.
Despite being a very hard-working person, she found time to enjoy herself by partying sometimes to balance her world. Lyrics had just spent the day celebrating her birthday before something terrible happened to her mysteriously and her 7-year-old son. Disaster would strike Lyric Backus and her household on February 9, 2024, when family members tried reaching her for days but was unreachable. They decided to go check on her at home but was shocked to find her and her 7-year-old son dead in the garage of her home. First responders got to her Seagoville home, but unfortunately, there was nothing that could be done to save the mother and son. Neighbors trooped out in shock to see what had happened, and it was determined that the mother and son had died from carbon monoxide poisoning.
Tonight in Dallas County, where detectives are investigating the death of a mother and her little boy.
Seagoville police were called to a welfare check last week when relatives couldn't get in contact with them, and officers found the mother and son both unresponsive inside their home.
Janelle Ford just spoke with some of their neighbors and joins us live in Seagoville with what she's learned.
Well, Chris and Izzy, overall, this is just a very sad situation. The neighbors tell me that the mother and son were found dead in the garage of this home. You can see where someone's come and placed flowers out front. And tonight, investigators are working to learn exactly what happened.
First, you hear the screams. Then moments later, you see the first responders. They're heading 2 doors down to this home where 27-year-old Lyric Backus and her 7-year-old son Deuce were found dead in the garage.
It was just mayhem. Everybody out here crying, screaming. The cops was out here, they taped it off.
Backus's family believes the pair died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Police are waiting on autopsies before confirming.
This was the most people I ever seen out here at once.
Dion Loggins' home surveillance cameras captured the chaos Friday morning. He'd just gotten back from his morning run.
Yeah, I was concerned about the little boy, like, is he at school? Like, 'cause I know him and my daughter go to school right here.
Deuce was a first grader at Seagoville North Elementary. Monday, the school sent this letter home to parents, saying in part, "We extend our love and sympathy to their family at this time, and that they will have counselors on campus to help students and staff cope."
Where the little boy at, I was like, oh, once I heard he was gone, that's what it hit me the most. I was like, oh, wow. Like, he was just out here playing with my son about a week ago.
Now Loggins is trying to figure out how to give his little boy the news.
It's just hard for me to have a 3-year-old son and have to tell him how he lost his first friend.
Friday was Lyric's birthday. She was a social media influencer. She had a clothing boutique and tens of thousands of followers. And across social media, tributes are pouring in, mourning her death.
It is believed that she went out to celebrate her birthday, after which she picked up her son and got home, then dozed off in the car while it was still running, causing carbon monoxide to accumulate in the garage, thereby killing her and her son. Some people doubted this story on social media by saying it doesn't seem to add up. This person said, "Sounds suspicious though, because how? Unless she was locked in." Another one said, "That's almost impossible unless she was drunk or asleep, because you will get many signs before it gets to that point." Someone else said she probably was drunk and fell asleep once she got home. A lot of people blamed her online, saying she should not have been drinking and driving in the first place. They said she was putting the life of her son in play and eventually let him die because he fell asleep in the car or had child's lock on the car and could not get out. A close friend of hers posted this. It reads, I am F up today. I am hurting so bad, I want to cry till I can't no more, I'm not going to lie. I'm upset with God because he knew what taking y'all just did to us. Like when will all the pain I have experienced be enough for you? For me and my deuce. My sweet but bad deuce. He knew that you wouldn't be okay without your mommy and we all know she couldn't live without you. I just want to hold you in this condition and all, play with you hair and just tell you that you can rest now. I love you Shun and by the way you were beautiful last night mama. The police are still investigating the case in case anything out of the ordinary happened to them. We hope the actual truth of the matter is determined as soon as possible. What a sad way to end the life of a hardworking and dedicated lady and her child. It is always very sad to see something like this happen. We hope some people can learn one or two things from this tragic story. Our sincere condolences to the friends and families of Lyric Backus. May their souls continue to rest in peace. We do hope you stay safe out there and see you in the next video.